What's going on, everybody? If you've already watched my overview of the changes that are coming with Lightroom Classic version 10, you already know about some of the changes that involve the zoom functionality. But for those of you that haven't watched it, and you should if you haven't, I want to run through that list real quickly just to give a quick overview before jumping right into this walkthrough. First things first, they've added Scrubby Zoom to quickly zoom in and out. They've added Box Zoom that lets you draw essentially a box on the image and zoom directly into that specific area. They've made some changes within the Navigator Zoom functionality. The zoom slider and the toolbar has been updated, and then there's some new keyboard shortcuts as well. Enough talking and just looking at me. Let's jump right into this and I'll walk you through each one of these new features one by one. So coming over here to Lightroom itself, let's just start with that Scrubby Zoom, and it's very simple. All of this is simple, but I just want to show it because it is quite different from what we've had before. But anyway, starting with the Scrubby Zoom, all you have to do is hold down your Shift key, and as you're out in your image, once you hold down Shift and then click on your mouse, simply drag to the right to zoom in, drag to the left to zoom out. Nice and easy. You'll also notice that the zoom functionality seems a lot quicker with this update also, whereas in the past, oftentimes, at least on my system, as I'd zoom way in, it would take a bit for it to render the full resolution image. As you can see here, there's really not much delay at all as I'm zooming in and out, regardless of how far out I zoom or how far back in I zoom. So that is definitely great to see and makes this tool or this new update even more handy. The second thing I mentioned was the new Box Zoom tool. With this, you simply hold down Control on Windows or the Command key on Mac. As you're holding that down, you can click and drag on the image and it'll zoom specifically into that portion of the image that you've drawn the box around. If you want to zoom back out, simply click and you're right back to where you started. So you can go into any portion of the image, any shape box, and zoom in as little or as much as you want simply by drawing on the image here. Number 3, I mentioned that the Navigator panel has some updates. So whereas before there were 4 different options here, you now have 3. You've got the standard fit and fill. So fill simply is going to bring the image into a zoom level that fills in all of the gray areas around the border. Coming back out, I always keep it on fit. You've got your option to jump right into 100% zoom, so that's the same as the old 1:1 ratio, but again, it's the exact same as Photoshop now, 100% to be zoomed into the pixel level. And then the last piece here is they've done away with all of the oddball ratios. So whereas before you had zoom levels of 1:2, 1:4, 8:1, 16:1, it's all percent based, again, exactly the same as Photoshop. So if you jump between those two, you're not having to remember 2 different zoom nomenclatures, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to be the same back and forth, regardless of the program you're in. The next thing that they've tweaked to go along with the change from ratios to zoom percentages is your zoom bar and the toolbar down here in your film strip. It's evenly split, so when you're in dead center, it's going to be at 100% zoom. As you drag further to the right, it zooms in more and more. Drag to the left, it's going to zoom you out. And again, a simple click on my image is going to take me back to my fit view that I generally use by default for my general processing. Another great little shortcut that they've added is by holding down on Windows the Control and Alt keys and hitting 0, it's going to zoom you in directly to 100% immediately. If you're working on Mac, that's just going to be the Command and Option keys and 0 to do the exact same thing. And then the only other real change of note here is that you can also use the plus and minus keys with a key modifier to zoom in and out of the image as well. So again, if you're on Windows, you're going to hold down Control, clicking the plus button obviously is going to zoom you in. Clicking the minus key is going to zoom you back out. And if you're on Mac, it's just going to be holding down the Command key instead of the Control key. And same thing, plus key is going to zoom you in on where your cursor is, minus key to zoom back out. If you zoom in anywhere and you want to just get right back to say 100%, you can just go Control Alt 0 or Command Option 0. It's going to take you back to 100%. And then clicking back on the image is going to take you back to that default value. Again, in my case, I have it set to fit. So really, this isn't a complex change, but it's certainly a huge win because it's driven me nuts a lot of times in terms of how the zoom function has worked in the past on Lightroom. I'm thrilled that it's much more similar to the Photoshop setup. I'm also thrilled, of course, that the performance seems to be significantly improved. So play around with it. It does take a little bit of getting used to, of course, but you'll have it down pat within a few minutes and you'll be zooming in and out like nobody's business in no time at all. And that's that. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to turn on alerts so that you know when I release new videos in the future as well. That would also help the channel grow. And until next time, as always, take care, everybody.